In this video, we'll go from this to this. Okay, so I got some worm brakes here, need to replace them. So I'm going to show you how to do that real quick. First thing's always good to break the lugs loose before you get it up on the air. So right here is going to take a special key, which I think I have in my glove box. Then jack it up using the proper jacking points. Okay, got it jacked up and supported on jack stands. Okay, so next I'll remove the two 12mm caliper bolts. There's one here and one right here. So if you're doing just the pads, neat little trick is you can just leave one of these in and then tilt it up and get the pads out, but I'm doing rotors too because these are bad. So take that out, set that right there. It looks like they just put new pads on a crappy rotor. Don't do that. Make note of how these little sliders go in. Okay, and then just zip tie or tie up the caliper so you don't damage any of the lines. Up out of the way. Okay, next is this bolt right here, and there's one right up in here. Don't know if you can see that or not. One right up in there, and they are 14s. I'm gonna need a breaker bar. And there's this little keeper right here. There's a little keeper right here. It's got to come off. And I had the dreaded battery die on me, but anyway, this is the PowerStop kit that I've purchased, and this is for front and rear. This video is just on the front, and I'll do the rear at a later time. That's odd. Looks too small. There better be another one down there. I got one rotor. And Rock Otter shorted me a rotor. Perfect. Okay, so I've been shorted a front rotor, so now what do? I guess I'll put what I have on. I'll put a little bit of grease inside here, keep the rotor from sticking. The next guy that replaces it. Put that piece in. Don't forget to lubricate that. Okay, next put the pads on. There we go. Okay, put some Loctite on there. I didn't show that, but make sure you put the proper Loctite on and torque it down. Proper specs. And of course torque them down to proper specs. In a star pattern. That way I don't lose that. Okay, so the center cap, this piece right here lines up with this slot right here. And snaps in. And this is where I would normally go to the other side, but I don't have the other side. So I'm going to gently pull it back in the garage and finish it up at a later time. put the wheel back on, and then there is a proper break-in procedure for the brakes. It's always a good idea to do that. It says to perform 30 decelerations from 30 miles an hour to 5, leaving 30 seconds in between brake applications for cooling. 30 of them, wow. The slotted ones that I had, I'm gonna say it was like 5 times, but at different speeds. So anyway, 30 decelerations from 30 miles an hour to 5, leaving 30 seconds in between them. So yeah, make sure the police aren't around when you do that. They're gonna be looking at you like you're really weird. There we go. Now time for the break-in procedure. Okay, so I took it around and did the 30 stop intervals from 30 miles an hour to 5 miles an hour, and gave a little bit of space between each one. And I would say around 15, I saw a little bit of smoke coming off of the wheel, so then I definitely let it cool down a little bit longer between those stops. But got the brakes on there, and that took care of all my issues. Man, I gotta say, I'm loving this T-Bird. It's actually my wife's car, but it's a lot of fun to drive. And the little bit of work I've had to do on it has been kind of fun, actually. I've replaced the headlights, fog lights, now the brakes, and the Thunderbird emblem back here on the quarter panel had part of the T broken off, so I replaced that. There's a video on how to do that too. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please select like down there and subscribe to my channel. If you didn't like it, well, subscribe to the channel, maybe you like the next one. Thank you for watching.